Once again, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Unique Eduvision. Hey everyone, how are you doing? I hope you are doing pretty good. Today I'm having a very familiar topic, that is verb. In this video, we will discuss about the verb, but in a quite different way, which is very different that you earlier known about the verbs. So, without wasting much of your time, let's get started your topic. Verbs. As you all know, a common meaning of the verb. Verb is an action word. Example: walking, talking, sleeping, jumping, eating, talking, speaking, dancing, so on. There are different types of verbs. There are so many examples of verb, we can't even stop. So I will not concentrate much on the verb is an action word, just as this meaning. There are three different categories to divide this verb. That is doing verb, being verb, verbs showing possession. Doing verbs, be verbs, and verbs doing possession means have verbs. So before that, I would like to discuss more about a verb. A verb is used to denote what a person, thing or animal does. It means it comes under doing verbs. What a person, animal or thing is, it means it comes under be verbs. Or what a person, animal or thing has, it comes under have verbs. But how can we recognize that is in doing verb, that word comes in be verb, or that verbs come in have verb? So here's a list I'm having. When we talk about doing verb, these verbs denote does. If we use the doing verbs in different tenses or in different times, it means present, past, future, it have different ways to denote. In present, we use the form eat, and in past we use ate, and future will eat. So you can see that present eat, past ate, future will eat. It means there is a different form of doing verbs in different times. Next one is be verbs. Be verbs are those verbs which denote being. In present, if we talk about be verbs, and we have to use present tense, so in that case we use ismr. And if we use the be verbs in past, we will use was verb, and we have to use future, will be, shall be. Next one is have verbs. These are the verbs that show possession. Possession means ownership. So in present we use have, has, in past we use had, and in future we will use will have, shall have. As you all know that there is a particular structure for making any sentence. While you are writing any sentence, there is a particular structure. So it means that sentence carries subject, verb and object. On the basis of objects, there are different types of verbs, that is transitive verb, intransitive. So let's discuss about this kind of verbs. Transitive verb. What is transitive? Verbs which require object to complete their sense, called transitive verbs. If there is a requirement of any kind of object to complete the sense of the sentence, then these verbs are transitive verbs. It means in transitive you need the object. And one thing that you must remember, that doing verbs and verbs showing possession can be transitive verbs, not the be form of verb. For example, John loves Chinese food. Here, if we write John loves, what John loves, there is no complete sense. So we added a subject, that is Chinese food. Now you come to know that what is transitive verbs. The second one is intransitive. Verbs which make complete sense without objects are called intransitive. If there is no need of any object in the sentence, or the verb don't need any kind of object, that is intransitive. For example, Edison laughed. It makes the complete sense without any object. So these are intransitive verbs. Next one is incomplete predication. Incomplete predications, a verb which needs the help of some words to make a sense. Here you need the words, not the object. Here you need words to complete the sentence. For example, Mrs. Kumar was. You need something to complete the sentence. So these kind of sentence are incomplete predication, where you need the more words to complete a sentence. So next is complements. What are complements? Complements are those words which help the verb of incomplete predication to make a sense. It helps the incomplete predication to complete itself. That are complements. For example, Mrs. Kumar was a teacher. Now it makes a complete sense with the help of complement. So here complement is a teacher. So take a reminder, fast reminder what we have done. Firstly, we discuss about doing, be, have. Then after that we discuss about transitive. What are transitive verbs? Transitive verbs need object to complete sense. After that, intransitive. Intransitives make sense by themselves. No need of object is there. And incomplete in predications. Incomplete predications means need more words to complete sense. But that words are not object. And complements are those helping verbs that will make a complete sense, that will help to make complete sense of incomplete predications. So let's start with your practice session. Here you can see that underline the verbs and circle the objects in the following sentences. These are the sentences that carries verbs as well as object. You have to underline the verbs and circle the objects. Meena bought a new cycle. Object is a new cycle that you have to circle. And verbs in an action word, bought. What she did? Bought a new cycle. Mona has a new doll. Has is verb. A new doll is object. Fatima eats an apple every day. Eats is verb and apple is object. Mother praised Sohan for his performance in the unit test. Mother praised is verb, Sohan is object. They have a pet dog in their house. Have is your verb, a pet dog is your object. This is related to the verb. Now after the verb we discuss about this transitive, intransitive. So here's a time for the practice session of transitive as well as intransitive. So in these sentences you have to underline the verbs and write whether they are transitive or intransitive. So I make the underline of the verbs with red color or a slight orange color, and second one color I have used for the transitive or intransitive mentioning word. The shopkeeper sold fruits along with other items. Here's sold is verb, and what type of sentence it is? Transitive, because sold is not complete itself, so it needs object. The baby cried when he could not find his mother. Here you can see that cried itself complete, so intransitive. Find is also their verb, that is intransitive. Veena plays chess. Plays is your verb, that is transitive. The sun rises every morning. Rises, intransitive, because it complete itself, no need of any object. She understood the plot of the story. Understood is a verb and transitive type of verb. I loved watching Harry Potter movies. Love, transitive, because it needs your object. Mahika wrote a letter to her grandmother yesterday. Wrote is your transitive verb. Mother is cooking dinner. Is cooking is your transitive verb. So after transitive we discuss about incomplete predication. So let's practice about incomplete predications and complements. In these sentences you have to circle the incomplete predications and underline their complements. So let's start. Mary seems sad. Seems is your incomplete predication. So you have to circle. Sad is your complement. Vinita cooks very well. Cooks here is incomplete predication. Very well is your complement. In the same way, the dog was ferocious. Ferocious. Was is circle. Ferocious is your underline. Jyoti sang very melodiously. Sang is circle. Very melodiously is underline. Tanya was upset. Was is your verb with incomplete predication, so circle. Upset is complement. The principal appeared angry. Appeared is incomplete predication. Angry is complement. Vishal will surprised to see us. Will be is your incomplete predication and surprised is your complement. Manu is happy. Is your incomplete predication and happy is your complement. This is all about your verbs. Today we have discussed about a different concept of verbs in a different way. I hope you like this. Now here's a time for asking you a question. So I'm going to recite few sentences, or I'm going to speak few sentences that you have to tell the verbs over there. You have to mention the verbs, which are the verbs there. So sentences: Akbar asked his countries. Akbar asked about his countries. Or second sentence is, I am very hungry. I am very hungry. Which one is verb? So next one is, Alfred is very smart. Alfred is very smart. You have to answer in the comment box. Thank you for watching my video. Till then, bye bye. Be safe and stay home.